Hi, everybody. I'm Michael. This is a 5-minute review for Nancy Drew, number 27, The Deadly Device. And it's one of my favorites. I know a lot of people like to hate this game, but this is definitely one of my favorites. I like this game. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. The dialogue is okay. There are some dialogue points which aren't so good, but overall, I think the dialogue's fine. I like Deirdre Shannon. She's hilarious in this game. Mason is just. I don't really like Mason or Ellie that much. They're just sort of there, if you know what I mean. Like, Mason's funny the first time you talk to him, but then he's just. Yeah, he doesn't really do much towards, like, the final 3/4 of the game. Like, he gets into a fight with Gray, and then he gets, like, stuck on the Tesla coil, but he quickly gets ignored at that point because Victor shows up. The storyline is that Nancy is solving a murder mystery. Wow, that's really cool. Nico was murdered, and it's a cold case mystery, and Nancy is brought in to figure out what's happening. Ryan is okay. I feel like they tried too hard to make her the quirky, funny character, but she is the only person here who's, like, really legitimately nice and likes Nancy. Ellie just feels like she's asleep the whole time. Mason just hates everything. Gray really hates everyone and everything. So does Victor. Victor kind of hates everyone and everything. Just really nasty attitudes from most of the characters in this game. So that kind of brings it down. I do like a lot of the puzzles. I really like how it's a science-themed game, and we have a bunch of science-y puzzles. And basically, Nico left this long, complicated scavenger hunt, leading to, like, his secret research and also a videotape of his murder. And that's a plot point which really confuses me. It's like, how does he have a videotape of his own murder? Did he know he was going to be killed? And then there's a puzzle getting the videotape, getting the video of the murder to the police, because there's a security system to stop anybody from getting the video out. It's like, did he want people to find this video or not? Because it seems like he didn't. But I do like the puzzles. The game does, some people argue, the game does come to a grinding halt when Nancy does a lot of the puzzle solving, because it's no character interaction. It's all just puzzle. There is a minor break where, like, the culprit knocks her unconscious and locks her in a room with no oxygen. That's a pretty exciting sequence, but yeah, I can definitely understand the complaint where it's like, oh boy, wow, what do we do with these characters now? Nothing, you're just solving puzzles. Final, like, third of the game, elevator breaks down. That was exciting. You have to distract Victor. I like the puzzle to get the candy, although I feel like that one goes on for too long. I like listening to Nico's audio diary messages. The one puzzle of finding the stuff in the shredder, it's kind of a pain. You have an optional puzzle of finding a robot cat, putting all those pieces together. That's really cool. Like with Ryan, like I said, like, I feel like they tried too hard to make her a fun, quirky character, especially with those gummy bears. Like, sometimes those jokes come across as a little forced. That's all. I really like the puzzle of making the fingerprint, where it's like a couple of things that come together really well. Yeah, and gosh, I don't really want to go into spoiler territory, but at the end, the culprit just makes some really terrible decisions. Like, the culprit knocks Nancy unconscious and puts her in a Faraday cage, then tries to electrocute her with the Tesla coil. But it's like, so they put her in a protective cage before turning on the electricity. That doesn't make sense. If your plan is to kill Nancy right away, why did you put her in a protective cage before electrocuting her? That doesn't make sense. It gives Nancy a chance to solve this really kind of tough puzzle. More than one puzzle in the game feels like you want to play through the game on junior mode first before playing it on senior mode, because some of those puzzles are tough. And we have a tough diagram schematics puzzle. So Nancy, basically, she puts up a lightning rod to direct the electricity away from her, and then the culprit runs into the room and gets electrocuted. which is a really stupid move on the culprit's part, because that's how the culprit killed Nico. Why did the culprit run into this room while the electricity was still going? The culprit was in the middle of trying to electrocute Nancy. It's just terrible decisions on the culprit's part all around. Like I said, one of my favorite games, probably the last game in the series, which I can point to and say, yeah, this is one of my favorites. So yeah, like 9 out of 10 or so. It's just kind of fun, even if all the characters are kind of mean and nasty. I can see why people don't like it, but it's one of my favorites. I like the science theme and the murder mystery, and the fun characters are great.